Hey everybody, Dave Kudrak here. Thanks for watching this week. I originally had a different idea for this week's video, but then I was talking to a musician friend of mine. His name's Jim Brennan. I'll put a link to his stuff in the description if you want to check him out. But we were talking about, what it's like to be an older musician. Is music a young person's game, right? And how can someone who's older could eventually be successful in building some kind of music career? How do we get more than just friends and family to listen to our music or come to our gigs, right? Or support us in some kind of way. So I wanted to go over some of the differences between younger musicians and older musicians as far as benefits and drawbacks. When you're younger, obviously you have more time. Younger folks will be on this planet longer than someone who is starting out later in life. So they're going to have more time. They can build a bigger catalog. They can make more network connections and build their reputation in the industry. Overall, they might have more energy, so they can maybe put in the longer hours in the studio and stuff like that. And they'll probably also have fewer life obligations. Maybe they don't have a family to support. Maybe they're getting support from their family, so they have less to worry about as far as everyday liabilities go. But yeah, they're going to have fewer kind of obligations, and they can devote more time during the day to building their music career. The benefits that an older person has: they have more life experiences to draw from when producing their art. So they can write about their experiences. They've lived a lifetime of experiences. They've been through, the heartache. They've been through the highs and the lows and the first loves and the first heartbreaks and all that stuff. And they can pull from those experiences to create their art or songs. I would also argue that an older musician has a more relatable fan base, because the way music is consumed now, and if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments, but the way I see it, the younger generations don't consume music the way older folks do. Like me, I'm Gen X. Back when I was younger, a teenager, whatever, I would go out and buy the cassette that had all the fold outs and stuff with all the lyrics on it, or I'd buy the vinyl, and I would listen to every song, not just the hit that I heard on the radio or MTV. Shout out to Headbangers Ball. Nowadays, typically I think it's mostly people that are just listening to that hit from that artist and waiting for the next hit to come out. They're not really looking for deep tracks like we used to. How can someone who's older, just starting out, make a decent living or even a full-time career in music? And I think there are like 3 or 4 main components to that. The first one is you just need to get started. If you really are driven to do this sort of thing, you want to really give it an honest try, then get started right now, today. Don't wait until you have, the perfect guitar or the perfect amplifier or the perfect camera or lighting or whatever it is you want to do. Start doing it. If you want to play live gigs, make sure you have the minimum equipment required for that, and it doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, I'm going to do a video next week on, do we really need the expensive gear, or can we get by with the cheaper gear? So stay tuned for that. Start writing and releasing your own music. If you don't know how to do it, learn to do it, or find somebody that that knows how to do it. Start a YouTube channel. Start giving lessons. Like whatever you're passionate about when it comes to music, start it. Do it. Number 2, you want to start building a catalog of whatever your output is. So if that's playing live or if that's recording and releasing music, you got to start doing it, and then you have to do it consistently every day, every week, so you build that catalog. We need to write a lot of songs and release a lot of songs and build a big catalog in order to increase your chances that something you put out there is going to find an audience, is going to hit with somebody. Number 3, build a brand. Music is a lot different nowadays than it was back in the day. back in the day, your music was your product. You know, artists would go out and play shows to promote their new album. It's not like that anymore. It's completely backwards now, right? Nowadays, you have to build a brand. You have to build, in my case, the Dave Kudrak brand, right? And if you've noticed, I'm wearing this new t-shirt. It says, "All right, listen up," because if you watch any of my daily shorts that I put out, they're all these, 20, 30-second motivational clips, life lesson type stuff. And I start everyone with, "All right, listen up." So these t-shirts will be available at davekudrak.com in the very, very near future. So please check that out. If you're interested in supporting the channel, it would certainly help me out a lot. Maybe you create a YouTube channel. Maybe you create a podcast. Maybe you create a subscription service. Maybe you're going to do online lessons, and for $10 a month, somebody can get access to all of your lessons, something like that. Online courses. Maybe you record a whole bunch of videos of some kind of educational thing, like, guitar lessons or whatever. You record a whole bunch of them and you put them behind a paywall, right? And then for like maybe $20 or $50 or $100, whatever it is, somebody can pay that and get access to all of those videos. It's all about building the brand now. People don't just buy Dave Kudrak music. They buy Dave Kudrak. Your music is really your marketing material, right? It's another avenue to get somebody's attention, so they say, "Oh, who's this Dave Kudrak guy? I kind of like that song. Let me go check out what else he's got going on." And then they come across the YouTube channel and whatever else is happening. The fourth topic, and probably, one of the most important one, is don't give up. You've waited long enough. Don't give it a half-assed attempt. Don't try it for like a week or two and be like, you know what? It really wasn't for me, or I don't really like it that much. And if that's true, that's fine. That's totally fair. But don't lie to yourself about it, right? Like, there have been plenty of times in my life where I've tried to start something musically and it wasn't successful. And then I would be like, well, I didn't really like doing it anyway, so it's fine. When in reality, I was lying to myself. I really did enjoy it. Like, case in point, I used to be in an original rock band probably like 20 years ago. We only played a handful of shows before, personalities conflicted and we broke up. So I was telling myself, like, it wasn't that much fun anyway. In all honesty, it was a blast. So yeah, don't make sure you're not lying to yourself about what's really important. Be patient and keep putting out honest material that comes from the heart, and your audience will find you. I firmly believe that those musicians who are around for a long time, regardless of when they started, but the ones that last, they all have something in common. And it's really that their work contains a certain amount of sincerity that the audience and their fans can feel. There's the 1,000 fans rule, the 1,000 true fans rule. If you have 1,000 fans and they're all willing to spend $100 a year on your art, think about it. $100 over the course of a year is not that much. That's 4 shirts. That's $100,000 a year. That's not too shabby. You can work a full-time job and then make an additional $100,000 a year on music? I mean, come on. It's worth a try, right? If it's something that you love to do, then make that your goal. Baby steps, small steps. Try to get 10 fans who are willing to, like, download your music, or maybe buy a shirt, or come to a gig or two every few months, and then just slowly build from there, with the ultimate goal of being 1,000 true fans who are willing to spend $100 a year on your stuff. Anything above that is gravy. Thank you very much for watching. I sincerely appreciate the folks that are watching, liking, subscribing, possibly sharing these videos. I really appreciate all your support. Check out the links below in the description. I'll have my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all my socials, a link to my website so you can get one of these shirts if you really like it. There's some other stuff on there too. Hopefully you like it. Again, every little bit helps, so I appreciate the support. Thank you very much and have a good day.